Let's take a look at paradoxes in public administration. Just as there are paradoxes in the environment surrounding public administration, there are paradoxes in its concepts and its practices. One broad paradox revolves around impacts of participation in administrative decision making by divergent and frequently conflicting groups. These include program clientele, members of public employee unions, and agency personnel seeking to participate in internal management consistent with their own organizational values. All three kinds of participation offer potential opposition to the values of the rationality, professionalism, leadership, and accountability. Participation can conflict with rationality because it's based on political inclusion of new and varied interests. Participation can conflict with professionalism because its advocates seek to have decisions framed in terms of impact on those affected rather than on the basis of what professionals think is best for people. Participation, however, can conflict with traditional forms of leadership by acting as a constraint on leaders' ability to set the direction of the organization or political systems. By increasing participation in decision making, it becomes more difficult to pinpoint just who was responsible for initiating and enforcing a decision, and therefore to hold these people accountable for their action. Americans have a reputation for being pragmatic people with concern for not only what is done, but also how it's done. A second paradox involves contradictory tendencies towards centralization and decentralization, with the latter preferred by many Americans. Many factors in the social and economic environment still illustrate the need for well coordinated, centralized responses to shared problems. Another paradox is the need for better communication among diverse professionals in the face of continued emphasis on electronic government and professional specialization. There's a fundamental paradox in the overall perspectives that exist on strengthening public bureaucracy.